Jumping with my boy, Mike. Karen, I don't have the time, but you're getting a free copy of Banned in Britain, the greatest book written this year by Michael Savage. Let's play Jumping with my boy, Mike in the Nation. My boy, Mike in the Nation. Jumping with my boy, Mike in the Nation. Jumping with my boy, Mike in the Nation. Jumping with my boy, Mike in the Nation. Let her roll. Yeah, it's the Savage Nation. And we are jumping with my boy, Mike in the Nation.
Savage. Michael Savage. Afternoons 3 to 7 on Talk 910 KNEW and online at 910KNEW.com.
Coming up next from San Fran Freak Show, the Savage Nation from Talk 910 KNEW.
Imagine discovering an opportunity that can completely rebuild your retirement fund by 40% over the next 2 years. Does it sound too good to be true? It's not if you take action today. Call my good friends, and I mean good friends, at Swiss America. Gold IRAs have averaged 20% per year growth since 2001. It's just common sense to roll over dead paper assets into gold, the best performing asset of the century. Then you can relax no matter what happens on Wall Street. Call now for a complete Gold 101 DVD and my free CD.
Call toll-free 888-867-8965. That's 888-867-8965.
For nearly a decade, I've told you to trust gold coins and Swiss America. Today, it's more urgent than ever. Get my CD, DVD, and new special report.
Call toll-free 888-867-8965. That's 888-867-8965.
Learn before you earn. Don't just imagine rebuilding your wealth. Do it now.
Call 888-867-8965 today.
Armstrong and Getty.
They're not bullies with a microphone.
Weekday morning 6 to 10. Talk 910 KNEW.
Warning. The Michael Savage Show contains adult language, adult content, psychological nudity. Listener discretion is advised.
Now, America's most exciting radio talk show, The Savage Nation. Here is Michael Savage.
God, I have to look at the news. What's this? Bill would give Obama emergency control of the Internet. Oh, Heil, Obama. Who is passing this? What the hell is going on in my country? Every day I wake up and this dictator is seizing more and more power. And the compliant worms in the media don't say a word. What's this? Internet companies and civil rights groups were alarmed this spring when a U.S. Senate bill proposed handing the White House the power to disconnect private sector computers from the Internet. Oh, my God. Well, they're not much happier about a revised version that aides to Senator Jay Rockefeller, a West Virginia fascist, have spent months drafting behind closed doors. CNET News obtained a copy of the 55-page draft of S773, which permits the president to seize temporary control of private sector networks during a so-called cybersecurity emergency. The new version would allow Hitler, I mean Obama, I mean Mussolini, I mean Chavez, I mean whatever, well, a dictator, to declare a cybersecurity emergency relating to non-governmental computer networks and do what's necessary to respond to the threat. Other sections of the proposal by Herr Rockefeller, wow, include a federal certification program for cybersecurity professionals and a requirement that computer systems and networks in the private sector be managed by people who have been awarded that license. This is unbelievable. This can't be going on. What does Senator Adolph Rockefeller think he is doing? Where does Senator Adolph Rockefeller get the nerve to do this? A spokesmouth for Senator Adolph Rockefeller. Oh, my God. Well, but he wasn't alone. Wait a minute. Adolph Rockefeller, the chairman of the Senate Commerce Committee, and Olympia Benito Snow so-called Republican of Maine, introduced the original bill in April. They said it was vital to protect national cybersecurity. Adolph Rockefeller said at the time, "We must protect our critical infrastructure at all costs, from our water to our electricity to banking, traffic lights, and electronic health records." That's according to Adolph Rockefeller. And the media is silent. The media is silent. The worms in the media are silent. The vermin at ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, and you know what? Don't say a word. Not a word. And then, of course, the other headline is obvious, which is that the kidnapped woman was hidden in a California backyard for 18 years. I guess that's because the parole officer was busy reading his retirement booklet and EEOC booklet. Couldn't check the backyard. 18 years he visited the parolee who was a released rapist. 18 years he kept a girl hidden back there since age 11, stooping her and having babies with her, this rapist bum. And the parole officer should be imprisoned. Take his pension away. But that's America. Military chief seeks new plan to woo Muslims and erase the arrogant Americans label. I think that the military just should simply hire the Taliban to fight the Taliban. That way the military couldn't be accused of being insensitive to the Taliban. And I think the day that the military hires the Taliban leaders, well, just the leaders now, you don't want the rabble, to run the U.S. military in Afghanistan will be the day that we can say that we finally moved far enough to the left to finally be a sensitive republic. Oh, yes, did you catch this one? Old Charlie Rangel? Old King Cole, old Charlie Rangel, chairman of the tax writing committee, failed to report millions of dollars in profits over the years. What the heck? He hid income and assets? Hey, we are not only a banana republic, we are a frappuccino republic. Well, that's what I saw this morning. Beowulf, what caught your eye?
Well, first of all, we got the fact that the new diversity czar for the FCC has called Chavez's Venezuela an incredible democratic revolution.
He was appointed by Benito Obama?
That's right. He's the new guy coming in. Or his guy that Obama appointed him. So, same difference.
Oh, well, that's good. It's good to see that we're becoming so diverse. In fact, we'll become so diverse that we won't have any diversity at all.
There you go. And a former Time reporter on his Twitter account compared Kennedy's death to 9/11.
What?
Yeah, he said...
Making that up.
No, he said... He Twittered... he's now writing for Talking Points Memo, which is a blog, and he said, "It feels a bit like 9/11 on Martha's Vineyard. End of summer weather is achingly beautiful, but the mood is melancholy because of Teddy."
On Martha's Vineyard?
Yeah, that's right.
Has anyone written down the tail numbers yet of the private jets that have come and gone to visit Chairman Benito Obama?
And then, of course, our good friend, the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mullen, he says that...
the PR man, yeah.
That's right. Apparently he's written a searing critique of government efforts at strategic communication with the Muslim world, saying that no amount of public relations will establish credibility if American behavior overseas is perceived as arrogant, uncaring.
All right, so that's why he wants to hire more Muslims.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, well, Mullen should definitely go ahead and hire the Taliban to fight the Taliban. Because, as I said, Beowulf, that's the only way to erase the arrogant Americans label.
That's the only...
It would be on the order of if General Patton, World War II, hired SS officers to lead his tank brigades. Because that way he wouldn't have been seen as insensitive as he took Berlin. How does a country survive that is this corrupt and this asleep and this indifferent? Remember yesterday on my show, Professor Ellis Washington said the opposite of hate is not... the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference?
Right.
And the opposite of one thing is not the opposite, it's indifference. And indifference is the worst form of horror that a person can impose on somebody. And right now we have a nation that's indifferent to Benito Obama and his minions who are putting a noose around. He's put a noose around our neck and he's tightening it every day. And of course the cynical Democrats, the party that forgets to pay its own taxes, is using Kennedy's death to push socialized medicine. How much more cynical does it get than that? So he's the military chief who seeks a new plan to woo Muslims? It's none other than the PR man himself?
That's right. He was the one who was born in Hollywood, raised in Hollywood by an agent to the stars.
No amount of public relations will establish credibility of American behavior Oh, behavior is perceived as arrogant.